Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law. I hope you're having a great day. For today's story, we're going to talk a little bit about what happened at TwitchCon a week ago. Twitch is a streaming website, traditionally mostly for gamers, although it's certainly gone beyond that. But it's streaming as opposed to video on demand has been Twitch's strength. Of course, there is live streaming on YouTube as we're doing right now, but Twitch kind of got that going and still is the dominant player in live streaming, especially as it relates to gaming, but certainly as to other content. And they had a convention, as one does, and there were some things that happened that, like, what the fuck? So we're going to try to discuss what happened at Twitch. And also, by the way, Twitch just has a whole bunch of other problems besides that. So Twitch is a site that has issues. For example, the way that they apply their own guidelines is very inconsistent and seems to be significantly and very obviously favored to one side of the political aisle. Like, YouTube is kind of biased a little bit, but they play it more, they play it more neutrally than Twitch does. Twitch is just very overt. If you're right leaning or, pro-Israeli or, not part of the LGBTQ crowd, they will come down on you. And if you are part of their favorite sons, not so much. And perhaps that is even more exemplified by what happened. I mean, that's broader. Right now Congress is looking into this issue with Hassan Piker, among other issues about how they do or do not treat people. Well, that's a whole nother can of worms. But they have issues on how they do or do not enforce the rules against certain political views or certain ideological views. If you're one of their favorite sons, it's a slap on the wrist. If not so much, perma bans. So they're very, very inconsistent about how they apply such things. And this, of course, came to a head most recently with respect to this event at TwitchCon, which we will be discussing in just a minute. If I can get oh, it's locked. That's why it's all fucked up. If I can get the margins to play. So let me just go ahead and we will discuss this. You think you have everything set up and then it doesn't work. And, man, that's okay. We'll make it work. All right. So we're going to watch this summary of what happened and go from there. All right, great. Let's watch this thing.
There's a lot I want to talk about here after seeing what happened at TwitchCon last night with Emiru being assaulted by a rogue lunatic fan who just walked completely unimpeded past the line at her meet and greet and unconsensually hugged her and looked like tried to kiss her, which is textbook assault. And it's very scary that it was able to happen so easily here. He was shoved off by a security guard, but then he just walked away.
Okay, that's pretty inappropriate, right? I mean, that's very, very aggressive. Someone does not know basic social etiquette there. So we'll go watch that again. I mean, damn, right?
Guard, but then he just walked away.
Whoa. That's crazy. Holy shit, what the fuck was that?
The full clip goes on for about a minute and a half longer, but you've now seen the entire security presence here for the Emiru meet and greet. One person. One security guard. I have seen a stronger security presence at my dilapidated local Winn-Dixie. This is fucking crazy. One guy. And also worth mentioning, it's...
Oh yeah, no, it's battery. Yeah, it's battery. Whether it's assault and battery, no problem. Easily. Yeah, it's no, without breaking a sweat. Yeah.
It's not Emiru's preferred bodyguard, from what I understand.
I'm a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon, and he like asked him to stop multiple times. My guard asked him, and the guy wouldn't stop. So he grabbed the guy, but he didn't like hurt him. He was just holding the guy until like the con security came. And then for some reason they're like, yeah, because your security guard touched him, he's like perma-banned from the venue forever. But he didn't even hit him or anything. He just like held him while they waited for like the police to come. And
what the fuck?
And it was like my favorite security guard. I can't have him at TwitchCon anymore.
Now,
They banned her security guard for restraining the bad guy, waiting for the police to come. Strong move there, Twitch. Strong move. That definitely makes sense.
as I was rendering this video, Emiru posted an update to everything to shed light on everything that happened. And this bodyguard you see push that guy is someone she hired. It's not her first round draft pick or anything. It is not a preferred bodyguard, but it's who she was allowed to bring. And she was surrounded is the word I'm using, very loosey-goosey. There was like a couple of other Twitch-provided Fiverr security drones elsewhere that just didn't react at all. The only one who did something was the one she hired. We're going to be going through her statement quite a bit here, but she's giving an update to let people know that she's okay and thankful for the outpouring of support. The guy had crossed multiple barriers, even in front of other creators, to grab and try and kiss her, which he was unsuccessful at doing, thanks to being pushed off. She then says that she doesn't understand how he was allowed to get that far in the first place, and that the security that does react is her own, confirming that it's not her usual security guard since he was banned. She then says that there were 3 to 4 other TwitchCon security who didn't react and even let him walk away, which,
Nice.
again, is something you can confirm by watching the clip, that he just walks away completely unimpeded. The woman who was walking me away is also her own personal manager. It's not even event staff, which I thought it was event staff. Turns out it's not. The only 2 people who were checking on her and comforting her were her and her friend. Not even Twitch staff was coming to check on her.
Nice.
There's more in her statement we're going to
That's
get to in
nice.
a moment, but I want to go in chunks here. So
Twitch doesn't care about an actual assault caught on camera and doesn't come up to see if, the person's okay. Doesn't seem like a really strong move there, Twitch. Yeah.
I thought it was one security guard and then a couple of event staff that you could see in the clip. Turns out it's one security guard she brought and then no event staff. It's just her manager and her friend. So where the fuck is TwitchCon security or staff at all here? They just let this guy walk up to her and did nothing, and even just let him get away after assaulting her too. Again, I still...
Twitch here actually has some interesting liability if you want to sue Twitch, actually, because they are holding the events. And so you could sue Twitch. You can sue the place where it actually so if you wanted to sue, if you're the streamer here, the talent, you can obviously sue the guy, but he doesn't have money, presumably. But you can sue the guy. You can sue the place where it happened, the actual owners of the building, under premises liability. And then you should be able to sue Twitch basically for the same reason, right? It's their event. And so they have basically a duty. They have a duty, an affirmative duty to maintain the business in a way that keeps it safe, right? This is like business because they're a business invitee, right? Twitch has rented this space and had created the space for their business purposes. They invited the streamers in for their business purposes, and then they invite the fans in for their business purposes. And they have a duty to keep the premises safe. So you can sue the guy who has no money, you can sue the people who run the place, and you can sue Twitch. So, and you can sue them for, the assault, the battery, and you can sue them for their failure to maintain the place in a suitably reasonable way under business liability. So you get to sue everybody in sight. It's fun.
I cannot even believe they banned the security guard that she wanted to bring and had brought in the past that did successfully prevent a potential threat from harming her. It's so fucked up, and I truly can't understand the thought process behind their decision to ban him in the first place. He did his job properly. He held the potential threat until authorities arrived. What else are you supposed to do? That's like the number one thing. You're supposed to stop the threat. And that sounds like exactly what he did here. I think maybe Twitch was...
She doesn't work for the venue. That's not how premises liability works. Yeah, that's not how premises liability works. Yeah, you have a duty to keep the premises safe for anyone you invite onto the premises. Or here, the fact she doesn't work for the venue is irrelevant. Yeah, that's not how that works. Yeah. Yeah.
concerned that he used excessive force or something because he grabbed him? What? Like, what do they think? He put him into a headlock and then hit him with an atomic power bomb into a fucking tombstone pile driver and then a Frankensteiner on the way out? Like, what do they think happened there? Now, I've read mixed things on who's responsible for that bodyguard being banned, whether it was Twitch or the venue TwitchCon is held at. But regardless of who's responsible for the ban, the fact that he is forbidden from being there because of being...
Yeah, see, this is right, Hobbleson, right? The venue is potentially liable if they did not take adequate measures to ensure there be sufficient security for the event, right? If they did not provide security or make sure that there would be sufficient security. Exactly right. Right, the premises has a duty to make sure that the events that happen at its place, its physical place, are safe. And so if they did not have sufficient measures in place themselves or, you know, contractually require those measures, blah, blah, yeah, you can sue everyone in sight. Now, it might be the case that, you know, of course, whether or not the venue will ultimately be held liable, right? We're just talking about who we're suing, right? Because we'll get to who did what to whom later, right? So maybe the premises had an adequate contract. Maybe they took this substantially reasonable business steps. Maybe they did all the things. We have no idea, right? All I know is we can sue them in the first instance. We can sue them in the first instance, and then we'll let a jury sort it out, because that's what they're for, baby. Yeah, good times.
Good at his job is just unacceptable. This guy walks past this entire line, literally just fucking fee-fi-fo-fums through the whole line here at the meet and greet and assaults Imiru. Nobody stopped him when he was cutting through the line, and it wasn't until he had already assaulted Imiru that he got pushed off. And then he didn't even get stopped or anything by additional security because there was only that one guy that was there as like a bodyguard. Like, I don't know, I would just kind of expect after a fucking assault just unfolded here, there would be a big response from the TwitchCon security personnel. Like coming over here throwing like a spike strip down or like at least throwing a banana peel down so he slips and falls on it so they can apprehend him. But I didn't see any of that happen. Nothing at all, just fucking crickets. Just tumbleweed rolling through here. Like he just walked away.
Yeah, also, if any of the security that was there that was provided by Twitch, any of those people, if that was subcontracted to yet a different company, you could also sue them. So if they weren't Twitch's security guards, which seems unlikely, they're probably not security guards who work for Twitch. That's probably unlikely. They're probably, you know, security guards are us down the street. So that means I can sue the premises, I can sue Twitch, I can sue security guards are us, I can sue the guy. Yeah, the list increases.
Apparently he did get ID'd like after this happened later because Twitch made a statement, which we'll go through in a minute, and it sounds like they ID'd the guy and everything. But this is a complete...
Yeah, they probably weren't Twitch's security guards. They probably weren't employed by Twitch. It seems a bit unlikely. Probably security guards are us, but we can find out later.
Failure on Twitch's shoulders here for their event. They banned her preferred bodyguard, whom has previously demonstrated the ability to stop something like this from happening, and instead supplied non-existent TwitchCon security around her meet and greet and forced her to hire a different bodyguard.
Although if they were wearing Twitch shirts, that makes things interesting in terms of respondeat superior. So yeah, you could, if they were wearing like Twitch shirts that said like Twitch security and stuff like that, and there were security guards or us, that poses a potential additional liability to Twitch because they were using their branding. So that could get fun. It could get fun in a lot of different directions, depending on the details. Good times.
one that wasn't nearly as efficient as the one that she typically uses and wanted to have present here to protect her. And just stew on this for a moment, because when you break it down, Twitch.
Oh yeah, no, contract is definitely going to play into this for sure. I guarantee you. I have no doubt. There's indemnity clauses, I'm sure, out the ass. There's all kinds of things, all right? So yeah, there's indemnity clauses, all kinds of things. But like, again, we'll sort that out later, right? I don't know what's true, and neither do you. And how good are those indemnity clauses and anything else? Who can say, right? I'm just saying, this is what you do as an attorney. I'm going to sue everyone in sight, right? I'll sue everyone in sight, and I'll figure it out later. That's what we do. We sue everyone who is theoretically responsible, and then they can start saying, I have an indemnity clause, and I have this, and I have that, and, I'll figure it out later. Yeah, that's fun. Good times. Yep.
TwitchCon security literally did nothing. Not only did they not stop the guy before he assaulted Emiru, again, it could have even been a murder or something if he had like a weapon or something. He was not stopped despite plenty of, ample opportunity for them to intervene. Not only did they not stop him, after it happened, they didn't even pursue him. The only one who acted at all, that one security guard, was not a TwitchCon security guard. It was someone Emiru hired, a bodyguard she hired. That was the only person that acted at all. And the only people that checked on Emiru were her team.
And then, just for that extra level of stupid, heaven forbid that this guy was a known quantity to anybody, like who was there. Heaven forbid they had any sort of notice that this guy in particular was a threat. Right? Or like even worse, that like he was a friend of like one of the security guards, so the guy let him sneak through, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it could go in a lot of very stupid directions depending on details. That's what Discovery's for, man. Yeah.
No one on the TwitchCon event side of things, apparently, according to Emiru. So that means at TwitchCon, the security didn't do anything at all, nor did the event staff do anything to even check on her after this happened. Holy shit. That is inexcusable. I've talked about events and stuff in the past. I've never been to TwitchCon. I have no plans of ever going to TwitchCon or anything even remotely similar to it. And I've always expressed, A, I don't think I'd have fun, and B, I'm always worried about events like that, like legitimate safety concerns. Ever since the Christina Grimmie tragedy, where she was murdered at a meet and greet, I just have a huge hesitation with this kind of thing. Because you never really know who's there and what security looks like. I know prior to TwitchCon, apparently there was a big emphasis on Twitch's side of beefing up their security. I'm not seeing that at all. The proof is not in the pudding here from what I'm seeing. It's extremely concerning that this creep was able to just walk up slowly, mind you. It's not like he like charged the stage or something, with a fucking 4-second 40 where they couldn't respond in time. He slowly, calmly walked past everyone. Security, event staff, no one stopped him at all. Like, shit, I got stopped more often trying to go to a lacrosse party in college. Like, they were more vigilant about stopping people from getting into a fucking party, let alone, like, the actual safety of the guests here at this event. It is just crazy to me because this guy could have had a weapon. He absolutely could have had a weapon. Like, it is just dangerous. It is dangerous, and it's a complete failure on Twitch's part here. Now, like I said, they did make a statement about this. The safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority.
This is good. Yeah, the safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. Is it though? I'm not feeling it. The behavior displayed by the streamer, the individual involved in this incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer, was completely unacceptable and deeply upsetting. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, yeah, we're going to want a copy of those protocols in Discovery. You bet your ass. Law enforcement and event security were on site and responded to the incident. First of all, no Oxford comma, boo. Second of all, not so much. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to TwitchCon premises, and they're banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in person. Wow, I feel the remedies already. We're coordinating with the impacted creators team, and per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigation. We have increased security at meet and greet attendees check-in point, and we'll have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. Like, shouldn't you have done that in the first place? If you've RSVP'd, I mean, why would you do that? Why would you have additional security? Are you implying that your original security protocols maybe weren't all they could be? Like, why would you need to have additional security at these meet and greets? Were your protocols maybe not super up to speed? Maybe some deficiencies? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to word about that. And we'll have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you've RSVP'd for meet and greet, please note we're unable to accommodate +1s. Twitch has zero tolerance for harassment or acts that inhibit the safety and security of our community. I'm not sure inhibit is exactly the right word. I'm not sure the safety and security was inhibited. Kind of a soft word choice, but okay.
The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply upsetting. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement and event security were on site and responded to the incident. When? In 7 business days? Like, where were they? Because, again, in the longer clip, it's like 2.5 minutes, and he just walks away. Like, you can see him leaving, and I maybe I missed it, but I didn't see anyone stopping him at any point. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to the TwitchCon premises, and they are banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in-person events. We're coordinating with the impacted creators team, and per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigations. We have increased security at the meet and greet attendee check-in point, and we'll have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you've RSVP'd for a meet and greet, please note that we are unable to accommodate +1s for the remainder of the event. Twitch has zero tolerance for harassment or acts that inhibit the safety and security of our community. Like I said, based on their statement here, it sounds as though they ID'd the guy responsible for this assault here, mentioning that he's been banned on Twitch and from the events. It sounds like there's also going to be additional follow-ups, I believe. That's how it read to me. Now, as a result of the assault that Emiru experienced at their event, they are going to be having a stronger security presence at further meet and greets that are scheduled. The question begs to be asked, why wasn't that an emphasis beforehand?
Yeah, it's kind of what I said, right? It's like, yeah, are you... This is a fun one for the plaintiffs' lawyers. You know, it's like, yeah, why was your security so shit before? We have to have some talks.
You're saying that safety was like your top priority, yet it's very clear, very evident in this clip that there's not a lot of security there. So what are you doing about like safety? Like, what? I don't understand. If safety is such a high priority, where's security? Why, I don't know why it's so lackluster then if it's such a high priority. And again, this is like a huge streamer. Emiru is like one of the biggest streamers. What does security look like for streamers that aren't her size? I genuinely have no idea. It's a legitimate question I'm asking because, again, Emiru is like one of the biggest streamers, and TwitchCon didn't have like any adequate security presence at her meet and greet. What does it look like for a smaller streamer doing a meet and greet? Did they provide anything at all to them?
Uncivil doesn't feel safe as a streamer at the Twitch event. Lol.
And also, what they do provide is basically anyway, nothing. The security didn't act at all here. So now let's go back to Emiru's statement, because she says something very interesting here about Twitch's statement. In Twitch's statement, they said that the guy was immediately caught and detained. Sorry, but that is a blatant lie. He was allowed to walk away from my meet and greet, and I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me, and it felt like this only happened because of my manager pressing for it, not because TwitchCon staff present thought it was a big deal. She mentions there's more she wants to talk about on it, but I'll save it for stream. She then goes on to thank people for the support and confirms that this will be her last TwitchCon, which I think is completely understandable. I think other creators should seriously consider not attending in the future. I did not feel cared for or protected, even bringing my own security and staff. I can't imagine how creators without those options would feel. So according to Emiru's statement here, she believes that the guy wasn't like immediately caught and ID'd by TwitchCon staff or anything like that. And in fact, it wasn't until her manager pressed them for action that they did anything at all. That's unhinged.
That's not really great. Yeah, you know, as part of the lawsuit, you know, it's like mitigate damages. You know, as Twitch or basically everyone else in the situation, you want to mitigate as much as you can. So, snapping into action is a good thing. And if you didn't snap into action right away, and it took like badgering by the victim for you to care, that's not really great. That's not going to play super duper well for a jury in the future. Yeah, we sat around for 4 hours, then it's because we were nagged to death that we decided to do something about it. That's probably not going to play super great.
They didn't want to, jump into action after a fucking assault just took place? I just don't get it. That's completely unhinged. It almost feels like maybe they're more angry about Emiru's bodyguard there shoving the guy. Like maybe they're thinking about banning him from Twitch events in the future or something. Like it doesn't seem like their priority.
Yeah, and it's not really great when they banned their own security in the past. I would definitely throw that in there too. It's like when you banned our own security and then also didn't provide security of your own. So if Twitch was like, well, why didn't you provide your own security? It's like, well, we tried, but you banned them. Yeah, I'm definitely throwing that into the complaint. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Priority is safety. If they were going to just let this guy walk away until Emiru's manager had to force their hand to do something, this is just not a safe environment. And this isn't a new...
Does Emiru need a lawyer? I'll get licensed in California for this. Us for ProHawk. Does she need a lawyer? I'm available. Sounds like fun.
Criticism of TwitchCon. This has been consistently something that people have spoken out about for years with TwitchCon. Like, I'm sure a lot of you have heard the horror stories that have been reported numerous times in the past at previous TwitchCons about like drink spiking or...
Yeah, have you or a loved one been sexually assaulted at a TwitchCon or other convention? Call Uncivil Law today. Uncivil Law is ready to represent you.
Like the lack of security present, stuff like that. It has been something that people have mentioned numerous times, and every time Twitch tries to assure the community that, they're really taking security seriously this time around. This time, it's fucking locked down. There's going to be no issues. And like clockwork, there's always seemingly some kind of big security concern or something that arises at TwitchCon. It's just... I don't understand how they're not doing anything to like remedy it. Even in this, which is again supposed to be like their big year of security, like because they made a huge, stance on how strong they're going to be with security this year and how seriously they're taking it, how seriously they're going to take it. And then day one of TwitchCon, Emiru gets assaulted. And then in this clip, it really seems like there's not a lot of security there. And if there is, like off camera, a bunch of security, they're not very efficacious. They're not very good at stopping a legitimate threat. Like I said, this guy's intentions could have been to murder Emiru here. He could have had a weapon, and he wasn't even stopped. He got all the way to her and assaulted her before he was finally shoved off.
I really hope Emiru's lawyers, assuming she has them, has sent a preservation notice to everyone, including the venue. Because the venue probably has some security, and that security footage may not be available forever. So I hope someone has sent preservation notices to everyone on site. Yeah.
Like there is a real problem, and according to Emiru, it's actually even worse than that on the TwitchCon security side, where they didn't even want to go after the guy until they were forced to by Emiru's team pressing them for it. So not only did the assault happen under their watch, where they had ample chances to stop that guy, but none of the handful of security that was around intervened in any way, and then didn't do anything to pursue the criminal. That's a crime. That's a crime, and they were just going to let him get away with that. It's complete lunacy. Emiru mentions that event staff didn't check on her or anything. What you saw was her team checking on her and, making sure everything's okay. So what is TwitchCon, where are the event staff and security then? So they don't even check on someone who was just assaulted? They don't even go and see what just happened? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Nothing at all? That's crazy. It does not feel like safety is a huge priority at TwitchCon. What happened to Emiru is terrible, and it shouldn't have happened at all. It shouldn't happen to her or anybody attending TwitchCon. Another thing I want to briefly mention here. Apparently, Emiru didn't even want to do the meet and greet. She was obligated to in order to keep her show.
So I had to cancel my meet and greet because of the stuff, but in order to, I can't cancel my meet and greet and not cancel her show because of the fact that the reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours because of people being weird.
Okay.
And then I'm under contract with them, so I can't cancel one and not cancel the other.
Interesting. Oh.
So I'm sorry,
I kept my meet and greet because I wanted to keep my show. Surely it'll be fine.
I'm sorry, Emmy.
I'm sure everyone will be nice.
It sounds like it was a contractual obligation that if Emiru wanted to keep that show, she would have to do this meet and greet, which is something it doesn't seem like she wanted to do, but was trying to approach it with optimism about people, you know, being nice and not being weird. Unfortunately, that's just not how things panned out.
Not really, not so much, no.
And it's crazy. She didn't even want to do this meet and greet. It's something that it seems Twitch was requiring her to do in order to keep the other thing that she actually did.
Oh, that's nice too. Yeah, I like that. That's good. So if Twitch basically compelled her to into this space, oh, that's even worse, right? Because like we're gonna make you be there and then not provide her. So that basically, if they forced her into that, I could make a pretty credible argument for some sort of fiduciary duty on top of everything else, right? It's because it's like not only are you there because like you want to be there to promote your own business, but basically we're contractually requiring you to do that. So I could try to squeeze out fiduciary relationship out of that and therefore up the normal requirements out of everything too. Yeah, I could try for a fiduciary thing. And so like not only did you owe me standard, you owed me like more. Yeah, that could get fun. Yeah, I'm having fun with this already mentally. I'm having a good time.
Did want, unrelated to the meet and greet, so she decides to oblige and do this meet and greet, and Twitch doesn't even do the bare minimum of giving her adequate security to protect her. Holy shit. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's about it. See ya.
Okay, cool. That was fun, little nice thing from that situation. Let's watch another video concerning this delightful matter. Where apparently she responds to all this stupid.
I don't know if you guys can see this.
I, as a security guard, not required to take on the liability chasing someone. My God, my job, which I failed to do, is defend and interpose myself. Well, I can't speak to what you, as a security guard, are not required to do in your particular relationship, but you know that doesn't necessarily speak to this relationship. So you know all that good shit.
I wrote fucking notes for this because there's so much stuff that I feel like needs to be talked about, which is also why I was very aggressive in my tweet earlier today, which is, I mean, you guys know me. I am never like that, but I just feel like, in a way, it's my responsibility. You know what I mean?
You got lied about,
Because
and if you don't say something, they'll do it to somebody else.
This could have happened to anyone.
Yeah.
Honestly, for all we know, this could have already happened to someone.
It did.
A small streamer, and someone just wasn't filming it.
It did in other years.
Okay, I'll just start this by saying shout out to the guy who filmed it and put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because last night after this happened, I was thinking like, fuck, like I have to talk about this. Like people need to know that this happened. Like how am I gonna do that? And then someone happened to post it on Twitter. So thank fucking God I didn't have to figure that out myself. Which, okay, like I said, this is gonna be a mess because I'm not meant to be doing these kinds of streams.
This is why I always did all the OTK addressing drama streams.
I don't think that Twitch would have put out an official statement if that clip wasn't posted and going viral.
Of course not.
And even after the fact that that clip was posted and going viral, as far as I know, the other people who had meet and greets today were not reached out to ask if they wanted extra security. or if they even wanted to cancel their meet and greet.
That's interesting.
Like, maybe some people were, but I know for a fact Extra Emily wasn't. My
She's like a
personal
huge
manager made
female
sure that she had
creator.
extra security. No one reached out to her. Don't know about everyone.
Oh
but
my
I know that
God.
for a fact. Okay, so
Of all the people.
So if she asked for extra security and also was being denied that, that's fun. And yeah, I'm just writing the complaint in my head as we speak. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking, yeah.
People.
let's just start from the beginning, because I want to be able to run through everything before the show starts. The show starts in a fucking hour. Okay, my notes are a fucking mess. It looks.
Travis, do you do that too in your head? Do you listen to things and you start like writing paragraphs in your head? Do you start and also when I do that, I start imagining it visually. I actually start like picturing it, how it lays out on the page, and start like writing paragraphs in my head. Do you do that kind of thing, or is it just me? Asking for a friend.
It's like a schizo board. But yeah, again, thank you to the guy that put it on Twitter. Thank you to the people that talked about it. Because otherwise, I don't know if anything would have been done or would have been taken seriously. Straight up. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go through, from my perspective, what happened, what I saw, the order of events. So I was doing my meet and greet, and I've seen people saying that it was an obligation given to me, like to be a featured creator and to have my show, I had to do a meet and greet, which is true.
Yep.
I was told that I had to do a meet and greet, but as far as I know, there's some people that canceled. Regardless, I didn't.
They told her that she had
thought
to.
It was gonna be fine. So I show up at 4. I'm doing my meet and greet.
Oh, Travis, you'll like this too. I can't say much about it because of reasons that'll become immediately obvious. But yeah, one of the counts, I might have to file an emergency motion in my case that I'm working on. The stupid is real, Travis. It gets worse every day. I swear to God. And I'm gonna have to file it under seal. So that's exciting. I hate my life.
This happened about 30 minutes into my meet and greet, so I was probably only like 20 to 30% done with my meet and greet. I was just taking a picture with someone else, like completely normal, nice
When's
guy.
your meet and greet?
And then I see out of the corner of my eye, there's a guy walking around the side of the meet and greet, and he crosses in front of the meet and greet of the person to the left of me,
That's what I was telling
which
you.
is a VTuber. So
Yeah.
he's able to walk up and in front of another streamer's meet and greet, and then he walks up to me, and he's like walking with a purpose, you know what I mean? And he grabs me, but I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
but in my head, I'm like, it seems like he's supposed to be here, and then he leans in like he's gonna tell me something. So in my head, I'm like, maybe it's like
The Twitch
TwitchCon
staff, yeah.
like come
Yeah.
and let me know something, because like sometimes it'll happen where you're at an event and
They're like,
someone
"Hey, you've
will like
gotta
come
go."
up to like let you know something, you know what I mean? But I'm still like freaked out because he grabbed me. That's not normal. And then he grabs my face and he leans in and lips puckered tries to kiss me. And I start screaming. You can't hear it in the clip, but I'm fucking screaming my head off. And then my security, Twitch's security, is like nowhere near me, nowhere to be found. I can see them, but they don't do anything.
It's cosmetic security.
My security jumps up and shoves the guy away from me and is like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And he's allowed to walk away and leave. Yeah, so then after this point, I did not see a lot of what happened here. This is just based off what people in the line told me. My friend Bonnie, who was there, told me, and Melissa, my manager, told me. So the woman who moved me away from the meet and greet
Melissa.
was my personal manager. That
Yeah.
was not Twitch staff. No one in Twitch staff came up to me to like see what was going on.
How convenient.
My manager and Bonnie moved me to the back, and they're like hugging me and being like, do you want to finish your meet and greet, basically. And I was back there for like a minute, and I was like, you know what, like I want to finish it because like of all these people here that, you know, they're just nice, normal people. And I go back out there, and still there's no one from Twitch there. And the poor guy that I was taking the picture with originally, he's like fucking mortified, and he's like, what the fuck just happened? And again,
God.
no one from Twitch there. I say to this guy, I'm like, I'm sorry you had to see that, and he's like, no, like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Why am I having to tell the TwitchCon attendees and my fans, sorry you had to see that, and not like
The Twitch.
someone from Twitch or Twitch
Yeah.
security? Anyway,
Very interesting.
so I didn't see this. This is just what my friend and my manager were telling me. The Twitch security like kind of like got together after that, and we were like, wait, what happened? Oh, I didn't even see what happened, haha, and just like started talking about something else.
I guess they must
So it's
also be
like,
the moderation
okay.
team.
And then that's the events of what happened,
Yeah.
just to like line all that up. But I didn't talk at all about the aftermath of all of this at all, and I don't think anyone knows this, save for like maybe some streamers that I'm friends with that came to spend time with me or that I talked to last night. Whew, okay.
Here we go.
So I finished the meet and greet, and I was escorted back to my hotel by my one security guard. Oh, and also, by the way, I've seen clips, people bringing up clips of me talking about how my previous favorite security guard was permabanned from TwitchCon
Yep.
because at a previous TwitchCon 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, there was a stalker, and he held him by the arm until police got there. And because of that, he was indefinitely banned from TwitchCon. Like from...
See, that's definitely something that would make it into the complaint. Yeah, and the factual background, I'd definitely be pointing out that out. It's like when we've tried to have our own security, banned our own security. Definitely putting that in. 100%. It probably appears about, let's see, where does that appear in the background? It probably appears relatively early in the background section because I'm going to do it as a timeline. Yeah, it probably appears about 5 paragraphs down in the background section. Yeah, it's a good time.
all of TwitchCon, not just the venue, because that was in Las Vegas.
Of course.
Anyway, that just a side note.
Naturally.
Okay, man, I wrote down a lot of
Totally
shit
makes a
here.
lot of sense.
Okay, can I just also say, what you guys are seeing here is character development. I've always been the person who never says shit. Like, I just want everyone to have fun and for things to go well. Why am I the person who has to do this? So anyway, after I'm escorted back to my hotel, I let some of my friends know they come to my hotel to see me and spend time with me, like make sure I'm okay and everything. And then my manager's letting me know, she says, okay, my manager,
Yeah.
I've contacted the police, they're gonna come talk to you about pressing charges, etc. They're trying to find the guy, they haven't found him.
Which means they let him go.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway, so at some point while I'm with my friends, a police officer comes and talks to me, interviews my manager, talks to my Twitch partner manager, who, by the way, she's so sweet, like she didn't do anything wrong here. All of that happens, and then I'm complaining to my friends, I'm like, the fuck do I do here, guys? Like, I have to talk about this, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, like, don't worry about that right now. And then suddenly Wake's like, wait, why is my Discord saying hope Emmy's okay? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I guess the clip got posted. Again, thank God.
Oh, did this happen in Austin? I thought for some reason it happened in California. Oh yeah, no. If it happened in Austin, I'm licensed. Let's go. Yeah, I'm licensed. Someone talk to someone. I am available. I will take this case. Oh, it happened in San Diego? Okay. Well, then I need ProHawk. Yeah. I was like, if it happened in Austin, that'd be great. And it's like, that's easy. I can file tomorrow. You know, I'll file tomorrow. If it happened, yeah. Well, not tomorrow, because it'd take a little bit of time to write the complaint, but you understood what I mean. I can file this week. For sure. Yeah. Someone call me. It's like, yeah. If it happened in San Diego, I need ProHawk. I can still file this week. I just have to include a ProHawk motion, which probably requires me to find a California lawyer to say good things about me. Fortunately, I know Legal Bites, who I'm sure will sign off on my ProHawk. She better. Lol.
Someone was filming, because otherwise I don't think Twitch would have said anything. So after that, I started getting a lot of messages. I'm responding to people, and my manager comes back to me, and she's upset. She's like, okay,
I wonder why.
I've been talking to Twitch people, and I'm really upset because
Please say it.
I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially?
Please say it.
They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
Yes.
30 days was apparently their initial response. I'm putting that in the complaint. I promise you. Yeah, their initial response was 30 days to show how cavalier they are about it. How about a 30-day ban? Yeah, that's making it in the complaint. Yeah. Yeah, I think this complaint is going to be a little bit more than the notice pleading. This complaint's going to be a little bit more, what is it that Emily D. Baker would say? Allegations and shade. I think it's going to be a little bit more shade heavy. I'm looking forward to it. It should be great.
For 30 days. They were banning him for 30 days.
What?
He got a month suspension.
She's obviously like, hello?
Yes.
Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch.
That's insane.
Like, we're talking about the convention here. So they
I won't say who did it, but I know.
It takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Wow. Nice. Yep.
Oh, the head of security for Amazon got involved themselves? Oh, good. I'm going to sue Amazon now, too. Right from your A to Z. I'll put that right up your A to Z pipeline. Yeah. Yeah. And this is where I get to paraphrase the conversation that will eventually happen between me and Amazon. Don't you know that we're a $3 trillion company? Wow, $3 trillion? I didn't know it was that much. 3 trillion, wow. Well,
that was who? I was going to leak it to my friend, but I guess I don't have to now.
Later the same night, I'm not going to drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't
That's who they were.
But I had multiple people tell me that key representatives last night were out partying.
She's speaking about Dan Clancy himself, by the way.
Oh, they went out partying? Oh, yeah, I'm throwing that in there, too. I'm loving all this. This is all just good. Num, 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 num. Num, 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 yeah. Heaven forbid there's a photo of them partying. I'm going to put the goddamn photo right in my complaint. Someone must have taken a photo and put it on Twitter. Shit.
Was out partying at an influencer event while this was happening.
Sorry, my lines are all crazy here.
I'll say that one.
My Twitch.
Oh, he's on face cam? Excellent. Great. Yeah, I'm definitely putting a still of that in my complaint. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, this is great. This is great. I'm gonna have a great time with this. Just start writing me zeros. Just start writing me zeros. Save us all a lot of time.
Twitch didn't approach my manager to talk to their head of security. It took them 2 hours to approach her to talk about what happened. And by then, she had already talked to police and called a lawyer on her own.
This is a pie in the face case? No, I don't know, man. I don't know that I agree with that, Travis. I think it's a little bit more than a pie in the face case. I mean, attractive female streamer, overly amorous male streamer. I can make it salacious. I think this is a little bit more than pie in the face, man. I don't think you're dreaming big enough, Travis. We can sell it.
My manager, Melissa.
Yeah.
And they showed her a photo of the guy that
30
I believe a fan took.
30 days.
A fan took a photo of him.
A 30-day suspension.
They're like, oh yeah, here's his photo. We're like gonna find him. He still had his badge and his wristband and everything. The guy.
Yeah. I like this. Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. Cacophonies, there you go. Amazon lured a young streamer across state lines. Love it. Yeah, helpless young streamer solicited her across state line. This is great. Yeah, you've got the right idea. Yeah, this is much better. Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, I really feel like a lot of this process wouldn't have happened if it weren't for my manager advocating for me so hard.
The people that did that should be fired, by the way. Instantly fired.
I'll get to that later. I'll keep going here. So they also showed my manager some security footage of the area, and the guy was he was waiting for there to be a gap in security, and there was.
Of course.
He was able to walk through the side, not through like the 2 lanes of meet and greet people who had signed up and been like background checked for my meet and greet. So he was able to just walk through because there just wasn't like consistent security there. Oh my gosh. And then, so yeah, that's basically
That's what it was.
my day yesterday. And then today, this morning, I was told that Amazon flew in their global head of something to redesign the whole process and security of the con for the rest of the convention. Why wasn't there someone like that here already?
Because they didn't care. They were
didn't do that
mismanaged.
beforehand. Like, hello? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's why they gave Senna those
So,
guards.
Yeah, I guess they know that they fucked up really bad.
They did.
If they're flying in their Amazon's global head. And also, I want to make it clear so that people understand this. I am so lucky and privileged, okay? Do you know how much I spent on security to be able to come to this event in the first place? Like, but I'm not just talking about yesterday, I'm talking about my security for like my RV trip that I did with my friends and stuff. I spent over $10,000.
That's a lot.
Some people who stream on Twitch don't even make $10,000 in a year.
A lot of
What
people
the fuck
don't.
are they
Security's
supposed to
expensive.
do? Like, if you watch
Because
the clip,
you have to pay for plane tickets
the
for them
security
too,
guard who pushes the guy away.
A lot of people,
Yeah.
is my
I'm
security.
fortunate,
The woman who pulls me to the
Hold on.
back.
Let me
my
pause for just a
manager.
second.
Yeah.
If you're a small streamer and
Where
you
the
don't
hell
have
is
those
Steve?
resources,
How do you
or
afford
someone
them?
in your line's not filming, what the fuck do you do?
There it is. Okay. Yeah. I was like, I'm fortunate. I make I make 5 figures. I don't quite make 6-figure territory. Nate makes 6-figure territory, and by some margin, I might add. But I make a comfortable 5 figures. Not super comfortable 5 figures, but I get to eat. And it's like, yeah, but I'm actually one of the fortunate ones. I'm in like the top 1/10 of one. Well, I'm in like the top 1% or something by earnings. As like I'm one of the fortunate ones. A lot of people don't make very much. Sadly, I make more than a lot of girls do on OnlyFans, which is really depressing for the girls on OnlyFans. I mean, there's some people on OnlyFans that definitely crank in some huge money. Maybe crank in is exactly the right term of art, right? But there are a lot of people on OnlyFans making less than me who are selling their bodies. That's sad. That's sad. So yeah, there are a lot of people who don't make $10,000 on YouTube or Twitch. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's a thing.
No one would have known. Like, it's actually fucking insane. Like, I'm genuinely angry. Like, I am not an angry person. Like, it's just ridiculous. And like, honestly, I genuinely think there have been other people who have been
She's right.
sexually assaulted, groped.
She's right.
Who fucking knows? Worse.
She's right.
At these conventions.
happened.
And just nobody knows. Because like I said, they didn't post any kind of announcement, weren't letting other streamers with similar events as me, similar meet and
Yeah.
greets know, until there was like a viral clip. And by the way, they can't even mention my name in it.
They're
Thank
doing
you,
that to
guys.
avoid SEO
Thank you.
in order to avoid linking the company with her name and the controversy.
Okay, hold on.
That's
let
the
me
reason
pull up
why. It's
what they wrote,
intentional.
Because
It's the same reason why they didn't
that was another
apologize.
thing that was crazy to wake up to.
It's just damage control, optics. They don't give a fuck about her.
All right,
They
let me
still
read
don't.
this.
Even with
The
this
safety and
happening, they
security of
still
all
don't care.
listening TwitchCon is our highest priority. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply unsettling. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement event security were on site. That's a lie.
That's not true.
That's literally a lie. And responded to the incident. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to the TwitchCon premises, and they're banned indefinitely
It's a
from
lie.
Twitch, both online and in-person events.
After
Okay.
her manager put pressure on
Who
them
cares
after
about
the
online?
30-day thing.
We are coordinating with the impacted creators team, that's true, and per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigations. We've increased security at the meet and greet attendee check-in point, and we'll have additional security personnel surrounding participating
A
streamers.
30-day
If
ban.
you've RSVP'd for a meet and greet, please note that we're unable to accommodate +1s for the remainder of the event. You know why they said that? They only thought about that because of Melissa, my manager. She said, were you vetting people coming through the line? They said, oh yeah, everyone had to sign up and they get background checks, but they're allowed to bring a +1. Well, are there +1s background checked? No. Melissa was like, okay guys,
They're so
Twitch has
stupid.
a zero
It's
tolerance for
insane.
harassment or accident to inhibit the safety and security of our community.
It is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, I don't even know, like, I'm just tired, guys, like, I'm just so tired of, I've just had so many things happen, and like, you know, stuff just happens.
Yeah, my NEID case is looking really positive. You know, as her attorney, I'd advise her to get into some counseling. We're definitely going to be throwing that into the. We're going to throw in an NEID cause of action in there too. Yeah. Against the guy, we can get to IIED. How we can squeeze that out of Twitch is going to be tricky. How do we get to IID out of Twitch? Well, if they saw him like standing in line and like allowed him to go through, we could try to get to some sort of like willful blindness, maybe. I don't know that we'll survive a motion dismiss, but it might be worth a try.
It's like, especially when you're like a creator or like a girl creator in particular.
Yep.
But I just feel like I've been failed so many times or lied to so many times.
She has
And I'm
been.
always like, you know, it's okay, we'll figure it out. You should have figured it out already. You should have fucking figured it out already. Oh my god. So yeah, that's basically, unless I'm forgetting something, the rundown of everything. But yeah, it's fucking insane. And I mean, I'm not usually the type of person to talk about this stuff, but it's like, well, did I lie about anything? No. Like, what are you gonna be mad at me for telling like the things that y'all did wrong?
Too bad.
And like, okay, so another thought that I had was like maybe maybe like the reason Twitch said in their thing, like, oh, security immediately got the guy.
They're lying.
Maybe
That's
like,
because they're
you know,
disgusting
they hired,
liars.
like, shitty security and they like lied to them so they wouldn't like, you know, lose their job or not get
Yeah,
paid.
they're disgusting
Maybe
liars.
if you guys had like, you know, actual cameras and like good comms, no one would be able to lie or have to lie. Like, why is it better to, or like easier to find out something happened in fucking Among Us than at TwitchCon?
Because they don't care. That's why.
It's fucking insane. But yeah, I just want to tell you guys all that. This is character development. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm so sick of it. Like this was just the final straw for me. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Is she contemplating discussing the other straws? I wonder.
But yeah, I have been. Okay, something else. Sorry, I just keep remembering shit. It's gonna be like this for the rest of the stream. I saw a thing that said I was in their like top 5 or top 10 most followed streamers attending this event. Again, if that happened to me, what the fuck is happening to small creators that we don't even hear about because no one's filming them? Like they tweet it and like Twitch doesn't feel the need to follow up with them or publicly.
Like NMP and Wake. They don't care. They only care about optics.
But yeah, I think I covered everything, and I've been a streamer on Twitch for 10 years. I attended the very first or maybe the second TwitchCon ever in 2016, 2015.
How was it more normal then?
And yeah, like I understand back then it was different, but I feel like they're like, I know they say there's security upgrades, but it really
lying.
feels like there's not.
They're lying.
Like
That's
another thing that
they're obviously lying.
I forgot to mention. So the way that the meet and greet worked is like people line up, they come through, they take a picture, then they're supposed to walk through the back and leave. There were people walking through the back trying to come up to my booth.
Yeah, of course.
Or like, I mean, not all of them were like malicious intent, obviously. Like some people would leave
Just
and go, oh
idiots,
shit, my
yeah.
picture is bad. I'm gonna go back and ask for another one.
Yeah.
And my manager had to be the one to tell them like, oh no, you can't, like keep moving. And there was even like, I think it was fucking Neon, was able to walk through the back of my meet and greet and was like, oh hey, like, can I come say hi? And it's like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, it was just horrible. Like, there was no thought put into it at all. And yeah, I was like, man, it's just fucking naked and afraid out here. Like, thank God I have my manager and my security and my friends. But, like, I just feel so bad for, you know, Twitch creators who wouldn't be able to be in that position. Are you okay, though? This is gonna sound fucked up, honestly. I'm so desensitized to stuff like that when it happens, I kind of just go into like lock-in mode. I'm like, okay, I need to just lock in and like get through this.
She does the same thing I do.
Worry about it later.
Where
so that's how I was able
she
to
deals with it in immediacy, and then she crashes out later.
Crying. You're built different for going back out there. And like I said, I was going back out there and having to apologize to people in my own line. Being like, I'm sorry you saw that. I hope you're okay. And then they of course were like, what the fuck? Why are you saying that to me? But I felt like I had to because no one else was there. And like I said on Twitter, like I really wish I didn't have this opinion. Like I love trying to be like the positive, like, oh, let's get together and have fun, everyone. I really like would discourage other creators from going back to TwitchCon, not just because
Thank God.
because it was able to happen
true.
at all, and what happened during it, and the aftermath.
The whole thing.
Like,
everything about it was bad. The entire thing.
It's just crazy. Like,
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
would their PR team say that?
Because
like,
they don't
literally
care.
See in the clip that
They
he's
just
allowed
lie.
to walk away.
Because they don't care about you.
But yeah,
they don't care about the creators.
Thank you guys.
That's the reason why. It's the obvious answer.
Appreciate all the support and stuff.
They're mismanaged and they're full of retards.
Getting all the messages and stuff last night, and again, I've said it like 5 fucking times. Thank fucking God that someone was filming and decided to post it. Because if not, you know what I would be doing today? I would be so fucking stressed, being like, okay.
I wonder if it's gonna happen.
Do I have to disrupt my stuff that I have planned to announce that this thing happened to me and let people know that it could happen to them? So thank fucking God for that guy. Like, thank you so much for doing that. And I would just encourage everyone just to stand the fuck up. Stand up for yourself, stand up for other people, because if you don't, look what fucking happens, which is crazy because I saw Valkyrie, I saw Pokey, I saw Hassan, I saw Cutie saying, I don't really want to go to TwitchCon because I don't feel safe. And everyone was saying that they were stupid or overreacting.
That's why I defended them. That's why I defended them.
Were saying that. And Twitch's response to that was to be like, oh, don't worry, everyone else. We up security.
Yep.
I should have listened to them.
Yep.
Especially because, I mean, a lot of people know stuff like this has happened to me in the past, and I just keep going. Like, I'm the kind of person that's like, you know what? I'm not gonna let a shitty person or a shitty thing ruin my life or like what's going on for me, you know what I mean? Fuck it, we ball. So I was like, I'm gonna go anyway. I'm just gonna be smart. I'm gonna pay for security. I'm only gonna do my show. How is someone gonna attack me at my show?
Yeah.
I'm only gonna do my meet and greet. How the fuck would they get into a meet and greet? It's roped off with security. Nope. Nope. Lesson learned. And also after it happened, Twitch did offer if I wanted some of their Twitch security. I was like,
I've had enough of your security.
Yeah, yeah, your security. I definitely. Well, you know, again, like, why weren't you providing this to me earlier? Oh, it's a little bit insufficient. Oh, yeah, yeah. This is just a horror show. Stupid. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this could be worth some cheddar. I feel like this could be worth. Yeah, especially with like Me Too and California and stuff. I feel like we could get into 7 figures for recovery. Maybe not big 7 figures, but I feel like it's not beyond the pale. Yeah.
Security, bro.
I was lucky enough that Clemens, who's one of my usual security guards, flew out from Austin, Texas this morning to be there with me today.
Yeah.
Have to go to lengths like that.
Please don't give it. Please don't give me any more Twitch security.
One of them's Amazon's, but I have my personal security guard I feel comfortable with is like my main guy. And they said that they like changed security for the show and stuff, but yeah, I'm just done. Like, this is the kind of thing that it's like once you break the trust for something like this, you're not.
They need to put together a streamer house in Austin. That's what they need, and I'll do it. I'll go to the streamer house, and I'll be attorney for the streamer house. It'll be good. Oh Lord, that'd be fun. Class action. Well, the question would who would be in the class to do a class action. I would need a couple other named plaintiffs. That would be helpful. I have to figure out what the class is. Who's the class? Yeah, and that they're distinct enough and enough commonality. I'm not sure about class action. I would need to, yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling it right now. All streamers with meet and greet. Yeah, I don't know. VTubers who are forced to demask. Well, that's a separate cause of action, really. That's a different issue. So the VTubers might have a class, but I don't know. They can't. Yeah, you need enough commonality to bring them together. Yeah, I don't know about a class. Yeah.
Never getting it back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
If they had handled it well with her and not lied about it.
The problem is that the injury. See, the thing is with like a class, is like everyone is injured in basically the same way, right? So there's enough commonality, right? There's a data breach, right? And so everyone is harmed equally, or harmed in the same way, right? They were all harmed from the same incident. They were all harmed from the one data breach. No, they were all harmed in a comparable way. Their private information was leaked, and so forth and so on, right? So a class action, you need the cases to be common enough so that it makes sense as a class. So the problem here is like, who else would be part of this class, right? And that there's a common pattern to. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'm not sufficiently creative, but I'm not seeing the class. Yeah. People who witnessed it, well, what's their injury? How are the people who witnessed it harmed in a legal sense? They're not, right? So there's nothing there. Female streamer who need therapy. Yeah, I think you're stretching, in my humble opinion. I don't think this is a class action. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. But yeah, I'm not seeing it immediately. I'm not seeing it.
And something like this has happened. So like the trust was already kind of broken, and that caused a lot of people not want to come. Like for example, people were talking about how last year, Nick, NMPLOL, and Wake Wilder, got assaulted. A guy literally walked up to Nick on stream and licked his nipple, which again, if that wasn't filmed on stream, would anything have been done? I don't
It was filmed on stream and nothing was done.
Make, like an official announcement about it.
They didn't care.
They didn't reach out to Nick, as far as I know. He was saying that last year. So if they did reach out to him, it was way after the con. So it's like,
yeah, they didn't give a fuck.
They just not think it was a big deal? Is it because Nick's a guy?
That's it. Both.
Like, hello?
Both.
I'm supposed to be working on my runner show right now. I am still doing the show, like I said, because of the production staff worked really hard on it.
There's a lot of people flew out.
And the cosplayers involved worked really hard on it. So I still want to do it, but this is going to be my last TwitchCon show. I'm doing it with Baby No Money and Will Neff. So even though we haven't really had time to go over this in practice, it'll be fine. It'll be a shit show, but it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fun. Lots of talented people working in Twitch production and all that. It's yeah. Whew. Anyway, how we feeling, you guys? Yeah, I'm flying home tomorrow, and my security guard's gonna be accompanying me to fly home. But it's just sad, the world that we live in now. Like, to me, I don't even think of myself as like someone that needs to be protected or like someone important. But it's
just
like
weird. Just a bunch of fucking weirdos, man.
You know, I was talking about how like
so many fucking
I wanted
weirdos.
to buy a new hamster recently. I was thinking about how if I want to do that on stream, I'd have to hire security to go buy a fucking hamster.
Yeah.
And like I said, I spent over $10,000 alone just to come to TwitchCon for security. I've probably spent close to 6 figures total going to cons and stuff on security. And again, it's not like this only happens to people of my size. This happens to girls.
Any girl that's
with 50 viewers.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they supposed to do?
Any girl that has an audience, this happens to.
It's like you gotta just deal with it, not or you're. That's another thing. I could have fucking died yesterday.
That would have been bad.
Yeah, kind of sort of. Yeah.
That would have sucked.
But yeah, obviously, I'm gonna be making my own personal changes
true.
going forward. I already have. Like, for years, but I'm just really hurt and disappointed by how everything was set up by Twitch and like how it was handled after.
I wonder who the people were that made that decision.
Like honestly, that was upsetting me.
I wonder
more,
why they made that decision.
More angry last night than everything else. Like it's like, okay, you know, any person can be walking on the street and get assaulted. Like yeah, it's fucking horrible. It's fucking horrible. But why do I have to worry about that happening at the convention for the place?
Yeah, exactly so, right? Because of premises issues, Twitch security issues, so forth and so on. If she lives in Austin, I'm happy to take her call and advise her of her rights. So if you need a lawyer to talk to, I can't imagine that you do. But I'll be more than happy to talk to you and advise you of, you know, your rights here, because you have a plausible cause of action against multiple parties. And someone should be representing you. And I'm happy to help. So call me. She already has one. Good for her. Yeah, good for her.
That I work.
Because they don't care about you.
I don't know if I'm just talking in circles now.
That's the reason why. They don't care.
I don't know, guys. Y'all want to see my fit for the show? Ugh.
You want revenue from the ticket sales? Yeah, that's exactly it.
Bonnie helped me put
It's all
it
just
together,
money? Yeah.
And I've got the heels. Show's in fucking 28 minutes.
Oh boy.
Fuck me. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm just gonna try to have fun. Try to like, you know, let the cosplayers and people that came to participate in it shine. And then I'm going home.
That's it. Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Trying to remember if I forgot to touch anything else. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, this stream fucking sucked. I feel like I'm being forced to do a press conference because it's like, if I don't say these things, no one is going to. And then they're just gonna act like it never happened next year. Great.
Just like they did last year.
Remember when I was just a girl in Kansas playing League in my room, and the worst thing that ever happened to me was someone said I was like a boosted whore in chat or something?
That was me.
Wish I could go back to that.
That was my alt account.
What else? Shout out to my friends.
Yeah.
All the people that reached out to me. I remember Lakari in particular was like, "Yo, Emmy, you need another security guard? I can be there. I'll make sure that I'll keep you safe."
Lakari not
offered
taking
to be my
Tectone's
extra
advice.
Security guard. I was like, "Aw, thanks, bro." Yeah, my brain is.
Lakari is definitely that guy. I immediately believe that.
But yeah, this was kind of like, I guess you could say like a climax for me in my character development. Cause this year already, I know there's a lot of people that watch me that are kind of similar to me in some regards in terms of being like a more like timid or like glass half full type of person, or like wanting to believe the best in people type of person.
Big mistake.
I still believe that you can be that way, and I still believe that I'm still that way, but I've definitely come to realize
There's some roaches.
I really want everyone to really think about
There's a lot of roaches out there.
You have to stand the fuck up for yourself, for other people, because if
Be
you
your
don't,
own biggest
there's a lot
advocate.
of people who are just gonna take the easy, lazy route because it doesn't affect them, so they don't care. Like a lot of the people that were hired to work on this event.
Yeah,
And
like,
I don't.
because they're
I've been
lazy.
through so many horrible things. I don't want things like this to happen to other people, or at least for it to not be that easy for it to happen to other people. I do feel like it's partially my responsibility. I mean, not to like make sure things don't happen, but to let people know that these kinds of things happen, because they should know. And again, it's crazy that nothing was said about this publicly or to other creators who had similar events as me until there was a viral clip.
I can't believe they didn't give Emily extra security. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, it's just,
like
it's
extra
been
Emily? Can you believe that?
Crazy weekend.
What the fuck, man?
Crazy fucking weekend. But yeah, I love you guys. I'm not gonna stop streaming. I'm not gonna stop, you know, trying to interact with fans in a safe way.
Never stop going big dick.
Maybe
That's right.
more
That's
convention
right.
Streams, which is sad because I love convention streams, but I mean, it is what it is. You can't control the weather. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just really hope that nothing else happens to anyone else this weekend. That we're not hearing any more terrible stories. And I really feel like the only way to hold people accountable is to show that it's not okay by, for example, like I was saying, creators not going to these events. Because a lot of these tickets are sold
because of the creators.
Meet and greets, like what I was doing. And I really feel like I was treated like cattle or merchandise. Cause
I wonder why.
Why?
Because you
why
were.
Is no one there making sure I'm safe like a person? Why are the security guards
Remember what I said?
Joking and laughing
about the
like,
county
I
fair?
didn't see what happened.
Oh, jeez.
And yeah, I don't even care if I lose any like opportunities or anything for talking about this, because it's fucking insane. And another thing I've realized is sometimes if you don't say something, no one else is going to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to be the one that, you know, steps up and starts the conversation. And yeah, like I said, this isn't even the first thing that happened, because my friends Nick and Wake, it happened to them last year. And yeah, maybe just because they're men or something, it wasn't taken seriously, which
it didn't get as much traction.
Yeah, stay safe, guys. Look out for your friends. You know, if you're here this weekend, you know, stay in groups.
Ape strong together.
I mean, I would love to know if like other things have happened to other smaller creators and it's just being drowned out because Twitch isn't giving them the same attention that they're giving me. I would love to know. Even if it happened in the past, because it's fucking ridiculous. Like,
maybe
yes,
I should have them. How about that? How about this? Maybe I should have people message me, and they can come on my stream maybe tomorrow or next day and talk about them.
Should not
That'd be good.
Be this kind of
Desmond
an
Gold should
issue.
definitely do
Maybe
that.
that's a good idea. What do you guys think about that?
Like, talked about to this extent. Oh my goodness.
Huh.
Yeah, I would love to know.
Maybe I should do that.
You guys should post.
Seems
about
like a
it
great
if something
idea.
happened to you. Like, please do. Oh, I need a minute. Sorry. Give me a sec. But yeah,
Well, I think we got the gist at this point. So, I mean, she's obviously distressed about the whole thing. She's obviously very concerned, as she has the right to be. This was a scary event, and of course, as has been noted, poses a threat because someone could have tried to attack her in a more serious way, you know. And so, like, this is very scary. This is very scary. Yeah. So I'm sorry, I was laughing. For some reason, I had a flashback to that time. I think it was Reagan was on stage, and some guy just walked onto stage. This is while he was present. Like, he was present, and some guy just walked onto stage, like, very casually, and started trying to talk to the president before Secret Service, like, pounced in. It was like a super bizarre event, because this guy just, like, this nobody just walks on the stage real casually and starts trying to talk to the president in the middle of a speech. And it's like, what the fuck? So I guess Secret Service has always been incompetent. I'm sorry I was laughing, but I was just reminding myself. It's like, yeah, there hasn't been a security breach this bad since that time some asshole just walked up into the middle of Reagan's speech and started trying to talk to him for no reason. I wonder if this was before or after he was shot. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was Reagan. Yeah. My memory might be, yeah, but either way, not necessarily great for the Secret Service. Yeah. So, yeah, so I guess maybe the Secret Service was using the same people that TwitchCon uses. Who knows? Or maybe those people are the TwitchCon security. They got fired from the Secret Service and maybe they became TwitchCon security. And they're just up to their old tricks. So, yeah. All right, I guess I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. I've been on Civil Law. I hope all's well. We'll talk some more. Incidentally, by the way, in case you care about such things, I was in the gym again today and had a decent workout. I was doing some nice Spoto presses, I guess they're called, where you hold the bar like an inch off your chest and then like pause benches or something. Anyways, they were good, and I did some other stuff, and so the workouts continue unabasted, so that's plus. And then of course, there's some other stuff on top of that. But I had a good workout today. I had a shit workout yesterday. I went in and did like one exercise, and I was like, nope. So I was happy to go back in the gym today and actually get some shit done. Because yesterday was yesterday was a fail. I go inside, do one exercise, and I was like, I want to leave. So I was not pleased that yesterday bailed out. So I was happy that today's workout was better. So that was exciting. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. Hope all's well. Cheers for now, my friends, and goodbye.